readers, publishers, and most of all, translators. We got together here with the Director General of Ukrainian Institute, Volodymyr Sheiko, and the first ever winner of European Union Literary Prize from Ukraine, Haska Shyyan, a novelist and a wonderful personality, to announce you a good news of 2020. There are not so many good news in this year, but we managed to do what many people dreamt of in the last 10 years. We are announcing the start of the Literary Prize for the translation from Ukrainian language, the Drahoman Prize, which is a prize for excellence in translation and active promotion of Ukrainian literature everywhere throughout the world. And of course, those who will receive it should be very good translators and cultural diplomats for Ukraine. It doesn't matter in which country they live. The main idea is that they have translated at least one fiction or non-fiction book from Ukrainian, which one can find or could find in the bookshops and online bookshops. Another thing which is very interesting and unusual about this prize is that the prize is set up by 3 organizations, 2 of which are state entities, the state organizations, and 1 NGO. The prize is international, but I think actually the organizations which are dealing with this prize also are international, because we are talking about Ukrainian Institute, which is a body organized by the Foreign Office of Ukraine, represented by Mr. Volodymyr Sheiko, Ukrainian Book Institute, which is a body organized by the Ministry of Culture, and PEN Ukraine, a part of international PEN organization, which is fighting for the freedom of press, freedom of thought, and promotion of literatures in the world, promotion of readers. The main criteria, as I said, for this prize is excellence in translation and active promotion of Ukrainian literature in the world outside Ukraine.
And in English, the name of the prize is a Latin transliteration of the word Drahoman, and in the Ukrainian language it stands for translator, interpreter, as well as a diplomat and mediator between cultures and countries alike. A translator is a very important figure in diplomatic relations and cultural relations as well. And therefore, for the Ukrainian Institute, being an institution for cultural diplomacy, it was very natural and logical to be a co-founder of the Drahoman Prize. And through this prize, we would like to acknowledge and to start a great tradition of acknowledgement of the role of translators and their responsible mission in establishing cultural connections between Ukraine and other countries through literature. And from our own experience and from the experience of many Ukrainian diplomatic missions internationally, there are a lot of enthusiasts who, through their work and practice, have helped for many years and even decades to promote the best Ukrainian literature has to offer to other nations and to other communities. Who can nominate a translator for the prize? Candidates can be nominated for the prize by organizations, which mean legal entities, such as publishing houses, foreign cultural institutions, diplomatic missions, research centers, creative and professional associations, and the members of the jury board of the Drahoman Prize can also have the right to nominate translators for the prize. How many translators can an organization nominate? We collectively decided that an organization can nominate 1 translator within 1 submission period. That means within 1 year of the award cycle. And the jury members each also have 1 right to nominate a person as well. What about books that are eligible for the nominations? A book of a nominated translator must have been published by a foreign publisher within 3 previous years, and that's a very important criteria that must be observed here. Translations published in Ukrainian, in the Ukrainian language, will not be considered for the award. And another question that may be frequently asked by people interested is how many is it possible to nominate a group of translators for the prize? And at the moment, we are the terms and conditions of this event are such that only one translator can be nominated for a book that was fully translated by that person into another language.
So as a writer, I want to add from my point of view, so since 2019, when I was honored to receive European Union Prize for Literature for my novel, I started to discover this world of translating Ukrainian literature abroad. And obviously, like, Ukrainian literature is not the most translated in the world. There are not so many translators who worked on it. And as Volodya mentioned, it used to be some kind of work of passion, a work of love before. So people who worked on this, they were really interested in the culture, interested in the language, and they tried to do it despite the fact that it was not so much supported by Ukrainian state and Ukrainian cultural organizations. It's great that it's recently started to change. So now we have a program of grants from Ukrainian Book Institute, and now the prize, Drahoman Prize, which obviously is going to stimulate and motivate translators to work. And as we thought before, actually, with my colleagues, that probably there are people in the world who still don't know that they're great translators from Ukraine, or they can be experts in other Slavonic languages. And I know the stories of success like that, for example, with some Scandinavian languages, when the person started to translate from Swedish and then developed a great professional, not knowing that before. So maybe that's going to be a success story for someone else, for a Drahoman Prize nominee in 5 or 10 years. From the practical and technical point of view, the nomination for the prize, the application for the prize will be online. So there will be an application form that will have to be filled on the web resources, and also the hard copy and the e-copy of the book will have to be sent to the jury. And the prize winners will be selected by the Ukrainian jury. And then the long list will be announced before 15th of December, and the short list will be announced before 15th of March. And the deadline for application is November 30th. So it's all very hot and quick, and it's actually time to apply.
And what about award ceremony? The award ceremony actually will take place in Kyiv every April, and 3 finalists will be invited to attend the ceremony, whether it will be a TV show or offline, finally, a big event with a nice glass of champagne. I wish actually only to add that we want all Ukrainian translators to unite. We want them to be more and more active. And I hope actually that thanks to this prize, the success of Ukrainian literature will be noticeable in every corner of the world.
And one of the most, if not the most important questions, what is the prize of this award, and what the winner of the award will receive? First of all, it's a genuine acknowledgement and recognition of the hard work of the person in translating and promoting Ukrainian literature abroad. And I think, as 2 of the 3 organizers of the award are state institutions, I think it's our duty of care to indeed celebrate and promote this role as widely internationally as possible. But of course, the winner will receive a cash prize amounting to 2,000 euros that includes taxes. And the Ukrainian Institute and the Ukrainian Book Institute will also work to offer some professional development opportunities to the winners, such as translation residencies or support to participation of the person in international affairs and festivals. And these details, of course, will depend on the current situation with the pandemic, but also will be announced later.
Yeah, and I just want to remind that all the details about the prize can be found on the web resources of the organizations, which are Ukrainian Institute, PEN Ukraine, and Ukrainian Book Institute. So check the details and apply.
Please share this information to anybody who translates from Ukraine or who has just a dream to start learning Ukrainian language. Please discover for yourself Ukrainian literature through Ukrainian language and make Ukrainian literature great again.